Can you explain a little bit about how an ear works?
Yes, so a lot of people say, well, we hear with our ears, which is only partially true. Our ears are really just the doorway in. So, as we hear, sound is collected by our outer ear, and then it travels down our ear canal and hits our eardrum. The sound hitting the eardrum sets those three little bones in the middle ear into motion, which then the stirrup, if you will, kind of lets the organ of hearing know that sound is coming in. So then the organ of hearing takes all of this information and transmits it. Cochlea, yep.
Oh, okay.
Transmits all that information up the auditory nerve to the brain where it's processed and understood. So certainly, our ears are precious. They're fragile, sturdy, but we want to take care of them to the best of our abilities.
Yeah. And so that would be the sensory neural hearing, and then there's also conductive.
Yes, so conductive hearing loss is something that would be caused by like an ear infection or fluid in your middle ear space, where in itself, the cochlea and the nerve are both working functionally. So if we could theoretically bypass the problem going on, you would be able to hear just fine. Whereas the sensory neural hearing loss affects either the sensory cells on our organ of hearing or the nerve itself, and that's going to be more permanent in nature, and that's what's noise-induced hearing loss is a sensory neural hearing loss. So once it affects those structures, there's no reversing that.
So the noise-induced actually affects the cochlea itself.
Yes, it does.
And I've heard that there are these little hair cells in there with little otoliths, the little rock-like things. They're like probably sand size or even smaller, and so then it's and they get vibrated, and then so that's what sends the signal to.
So the little crystals are in our balance area, but on top of, if this is a hair cell, on top of the hair cell there's other tinier hairs. So when the stirrup sends that information, there's fluid in our cochlea, and that sends the information, and it kind of tickles those top hair cells, which then transmits that signal to the nerve. Those are little nerve endings.
And so if one of them breaks, or is that what causes the sensory neural? Like it just
yes, structural damage.
Structural damage to those actual little hairs, and so then.